In arbitration, definitely different is better.
Today I'm hosting Jonathan Barnett of Nivalion. We'll speak of third-party funding, Austrian food, and Christmas. And there he is. Hi. Hey, what good timing. Hi, good to see you. Come on, let's go. Hi, Jonathan.
Hi, Victoria.
Hi, thanks for coming here.
Yeah, pleasure.
How did you like the food?
Fantastic.
Was that the first time you've had Austrian food?
I've lived in Austria for quite a few years, so no, I've had many schnitzels in my life.
And how do you like living in Vienna?
That's fantastic. Of all the places I've lived, definitely Vienna, hands down.
Is that true also for the Christmas season?
Yeah, Christmas here in Vienna is very special. It's kind of like, you can edit this one out, but it's kind of like Pavlov's dog. Like, Christmas comes around the corner and everyone suddenly switches gear in Vienna. I mean, the city itself looks beautiful. They put the Christmas lights up and it really looks special. And it's really a fairy tale. And it's the real thing. It's not a plastic fairy tale. It looks beautiful all year round, but at Christmas it's remarkable.
So can you tell us a little bit about working at Nivalion? What is it that you do and how do you cooperate with lawyers? Yeah,
sure. So I was working in private practice and in arbitral institutions, so the ICC, Ansitrial, for about 17 years. And then I made a switch to third-party funding. That's relevant because my private practice or lawyers' work is directly correlates to what we do with funding. So as a funder, we invest in claims. In short, a return on our investment. We offer in broad terms to pay the costs of the arbitration, the cost of the litigation, whatever the client requires, in exchange for us carrying all the risk. So what I do in broad terms is there are two aspects to what my colleagues and I do. One is case assessment, the other is business development. I like to think of it in terms of, say, going out, seeing what we can catch, like a fishing trawler, which requires having a network, which is a fantastic thing for someone with my background. When the cases come in, which they do, touch wood, then we assess the cases and in essence stress test the cases to see what the prospects of success are, not only of the case, but also of recovering the proceeds.
What do you love most about your job?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. So many switches from private practice. I think the most obvious one, I've got to say, is no billable hours, no timesheets. And I like that I can be myself and that is the job. That's the asset for the job. I also like that we're developing this region in a new area. So funding is known outside of this region, mainly in common law jurisdictions. So giving parties the option to access justice is also something dynamic, it's enjoyable, so it also can benefit others.
Having lived in so many different places, what's your take on diversity?
Yeah, it's a complex question, a complex answer perhaps. It's positive to see a strong move towards diversity being an issue. So earlier in my career, it really wasn't something that was discussed that much. I was fortunate enough to be at the ICC. Louise Barrington, Mireille Philippe, founders of Arbitral Women. That was really the only institution or the only organization that I was aware of that was pushing a diversity, agenda. Fast forward throughout my career, and I can say, I think it's one, there's quite a balance between the international arbitration community is within itself, it's fair to say, an exceptional community. it does attract people from numerous and different diversified backgrounds, male, female, from different countries, with different skills. And I think that's the beauty of arbitration, is that all of those diverse assets are an asset that goes into the whole. In other walks of life, perhaps, it's better to all be from the same cookie cutter, whatever that may be. But in arbitration, definitely different is better. So in that respect, for me, boots on the ground, throughout my career, I've worked with exceptional leaders who are women. But for me, it's been a case that they are exceptional leaders. It hasn't been that, she's a woman. It's more, wonderful partners to work for that know how to inspire, that know how to push as well to get the best out of the team. That then coupled with, say, the view, which now, thank God, is going into the sunset, of arbitrators being comprised mainly of, the expression is still, but used to be, pale, male, and stale. And thank God that stereotype is under attack, because it excludes so many other options in all respects. Maybe the old school way had, and no doubt it did, have many benefits. That's how we got to where we are today. But also, in order to continue down a path or numerous paths, and to allow for arbitration to meet the challenges of today, and more importantly for tomorrow, it's important to listen to a wider audience, and not to just have, say, the same faces appearing in the same disputes.
You have 2 daughters, is that right?
Yes.
What kind of world do you wish for them?
A world with less prejudice, a world with, say, greater emphasis on caring. And I think, although it's a subject that I know we steer clear of in a positive way, but that's where Corona can help to look at it from a certain perspective, that it's showing us that, we need to look after one another. And I think for children going through this is certainly something that they will remember.
Jonathan, for the last part, I have Kaiserschmarrn for you.
Oh, fantastic.
Can I give you some?
Oh, yes, please.
This is actually, just so you know, the favorite dish of my father. And by accident, it's also the favorite dish of our former emperor, Kaiser Franz Josef.
So it's royal food.
It's royal food indeed. Thank you. You did a great job moving this. Did you work as a waiter?
Yeah, I did for many years.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so exciting.
International arbitration. Forget all that. All right, now the interview begins.
Yeah, no. I have so many questions.
Go ahead.
What was the funniest thing you saw when you were a waiter? This is like a cab driver, right? You get to see like all the drunk, weird people.
Yeah, a weird reality. One of the weirdest things was definitely the Italian restaurant. It's a very well-known restaurant in Sydney, a lovely restaurant. But they used to put operas on in the restaurant with full-on opera singers singing at the top of their lungs in the restaurant, in a room similar to the size of this, putting on a full-blown opera with the singers moving between the tables. That's pretty surreal.
Ready for Glühwein?
Let's go.
You feel at home in Australia, right?
Do I?
Yeah, is Australia your home?
To be honest, I feel the most at home here.
Really?
Than I felt anywhere except for Sydney, but for reasons which are far too complex to talk about now.
Right.
Sydney's no longer my home. So yeah, I really feel this is home.
Oh, that's nice. It's a good place to call home. Well, how do you like the punch?
Very nice.
Oh, good wine, actually.
Yeah, perfect with
This
cold
really
weather.
put me in the Christmas mood now. Oh, thanks for the nice afternoon, Jonathan. It was really lovely for you to join us.
It was a lot of fun.